Hi everybody, it's Mike and Carrie with Cross Country Expediters. On this channel we want to share our experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly of becoming team straight truck drivers in the expedited trucking industry. So we'll talk about where we are in the process, how we got to where we are, and what the next steps are to move forward in this venture. So finally able to take some time and get with Carrie, get her on here. I actually had a couple of other videos. I was finished editing those videos and unfortunately I accidentally deleted those. So yeah, that was not fun and not something that I was happy about, but I guess that's the way it is sometimes. So we're going to ask Carrie a few questions, get her input on what where we're at, how things have been going for her, and what her feelings are about the subject, if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, we have to speak up because we don't have a real impressive setup on a camera and a microphone just yet. So anyway, so Carrie just a few weeks ago graduated from her truck driver training school. She went to our Secretary of State's office and got her CDL. We're just waiting for her to actually get the actual picture license in the mail. As soon as we get that, then we'll be able to go to do our fingerprinting and background checks, I guess it is, for our hazmat endorsements and also for our TWIC card. So, so how was your experience with the truck driver training school?
It was stressful.
Mm-hmm. For me as well.
A lot of studying.
Yep.
But I enjoyed the teachers. I enjoyed the school.
Good. Yeah, you did well. I'm very, very impressed on everything that you did, on what the school taught, how they taught it. The instructors, all the staff were great. It was West Michigan CDL in Granville, Michigan, which is basically outskirts of Grand Rapids. So, yeah, so your training went well, your testing went well, 2 days training. So we're off to our next step. We've been doing a little bit of studying on our hazmat, and we'll continue to do that. My understanding is the background checks and the fingerprints take about 30 days to get the results from those before we're able to go do our hazmat test. So we've got some time. I don't feel real pressured for getting in to take our tests, and I'm sure that both of us will do well on those. Have all the confidence in the world that you'll do fine. We'll also be doing our tanker endorsements as well. So I've got a few questions that I just want to ask Carrie to have a little bit of discussion here. So I've been investigating this industry for probably 12 years. Things weren't at a point where we could do this. With kids home, we no longer have kids. We're empty nesters. High five. All right. And so everything just, it took a while. When I first did the investigation on this, as much as I love to drive, as much as I wanted to be out on the road, it just didn't fit with our family life at the time. So, you know, never left my mind. We went to the Expedite Expo last year. Carrie got a firsthand experience at some of the trucks, got to talk to some of the drivers, some of the owner operators, some of the fleet owners. And, you know, hopefully it didn't have to twist your arm a lot, but we got a lot of information on online from some of the different YouTube channels out there. There's also Expediters Online that we got a lot of information from. But some of the resources that we've found extremely valuable are, we want to thank Frank and Stephanie with the Trucking Couple. The information they put out has been extremely valuable to us. Jerry and Don with Expediter Boogie, they put out some great information as well. And last but not least, Jason and Heather with the Crafty Trucker. Again, extremely important, the information that these guys put out. Without that, it would be very difficult to fully understand what's out there. I guess you don't fully understand until you actually get out there, but they present it in a very, very good way, a very understanding way, and something that we've really used all of them as great resources.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess, Carrie, I want to ask you, what are some of your concerns about us going on the road? I know you've had some concerns in the past. I think we've addressed many of those, but if you don't mind sharing some of those concerns.
Certainly.
Speak up a little bit so they can hear.
I been really concerned about leaving my parents behind. It's just me and my sister lives out of state. We are in the state of Michigan, in case Michael didn't mention that earlier.
Don't think I did. Well,
So,
yeah.
and they live out in Montana. And, you know, so with their health and the age that they're at and things like that, I just don't want them to feel alone.
Right. Yeah, so we've addressed that in the fact that when we're on the road, we do have we have our kids and thus their grandkids, you know, can help out in some situations. From our discussions and our research, we believe that the fleet owner that we will be driving for will be very understanding as far as any emergencies that should arise at home. Our plans are to be out for an extended period of time. That's what's required in this business. But, you know, I believe that once we've proven ourselves that, you know, should emergencies arise, you know, whether we have to put Carrie on a plane, train, bus, whatever, stagecoach, just to get back home, we will do so. But always, you know, making sure that the load is taken care of, whether it be, you know, transferring the load to another truck, whether it be continuing on with the load as a solo, you know, until I could get back home. But you know, another thing that we talked about was that we can do a lot of coordinating while we're on the road. You know, now obviously we have a lot of communication venues available to us, whether it's, you know, cell phone, obviously, emails, Facebook, all that stuff. Very easy to keep in touch and very easy to get a hold of anybody and everybody that we need to get a hold of in order to coordinate those type of activities or those type of minor, we won't even call them emergencies, but issues that come up that maybe we would take care of if we were home, but you know, make arrangements with friends and family for them to take care of those issues while we're on the road. So I think we're pretty comfortable with that decision, pretty comfortable with what we've determined that we can do while we're on the road, and each situation is going to be different, so we'll just have to take things as they come.
Mm-hmm.
So
Another concern,
if you don't mind. Yes,
all of our grandbabies.
All of our grandbabies.
We've got 6 grandbabies.
Do we?
That varies from the age of 7 on down to probably about 3 or 4 months.
Right. And what were your concerns?
Won't be able to see them as much.
Won't be able to see them as much. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously that's something that everybody's probably concerned about. You know, keeping in touch with friends and family. And one of the reasons why we've decided to start a YouTube channel, or YouTube as my granddaughter called it, is so that friends and family, and in particular the grandkids, can follow Grandma and Grandpa while they're out on the road. I think it's going to be a great, at least, communication from us to them. And then with all the other, like I said, all the other FaceTimes and emails and texts and whatever else is out there, that the communication with us, between us and them, we want to keep that open, and so that they can see what we're doing, don't forget what we look like, and just follow along with them as well, and follow them as they go about, you know, growing up. Mm-hmm. So that's some of the things that we're concerned about, but some of the things also that we think are extremely important. We also feel that whenever our home time is, that we're going to make it a point to definitely get together with friends and family, probably more so now than ever before. We'll probably actually see some of the family more than what we do currently. So we joke that we'll probably have to get back on the road, get back to driving to rest up from our busy activities when we're on home time. So I think at least we have a plan. At least we have you know, addressed this and talked about it and discussed it before we even take that very first step in our very first run. So Next concern.
Well, getting fat.
Getting fat. We don't want that. I don't want that.
I don't want a big bottom.
No, I don't want you to have a big bottom either. So, like your bottom the way it is. So yeah, we in January 15th of this year, my birthday, the birthday present I give to myself and to my wife was that we started a ketogenic diet. Maybe not 100% keto, but very, very much a low carbohydrate diet. Since January 15th, I've lost 30 pounds. Carrie probably doesn't want to say how many pounds she's lost, but she's done extremely well. Seems like the ladies drop inches much more easily than they see on the scale. So, you know, clothes fit much looser, and she just looks extremely good. She always did anyway. But really, you can really notice a big difference. And so our concern was the sedentary lifestyle that over-the-road trucking is, that you know, we were concerned about weight gain. But we found this way of eating. We're very pleased with it. We're very pleased with the results. And it's a really good food that we know is going to be easy for us to prepare on the road. And, you know, so we're very, very thankful for that. And thankful that we're able to get into this way of eating prior to starting the stressful life on the road.
And it's really neat to hear that somebody that's already involved, like the crafty truckers, have already experienced it, are doing it, and being successful at it.
Actually, you know, Frank and Stephanie with the trucking couple, Jerry from the Expediter Boogie, and then Jason and Heather have been all on the keto diet. Very, very successful. I know that a couple of them are doing some overseas travel right now, so I don't believe that Italy is extremely keto friendly. So I'm sure that they're enjoying their trip and their travels and the food extremely well over in Italy. But yeah, so it's good to see that they're able to do this on the road. And again, some additional great information that's been provided by these YouTube stars, as we'll call them. So it's very important. I mean, it's an important thing to consider when going out on the road. So we're also looking at gym memberships. I like to go to the gym. I know that it's probably not going to happen initially. We're going to be busy learning the industry, learning how the whole business works. But you know, we'll probably have some exercise bands and things like that, try to get some exercise in while we're on the road and have those available in the truck. But we're looking at possibly an Anytime Fitness membership. I know that they're nationwide. We have an Anytime Fitness place in Fremont, a town just about 20 minutes from our house. And so that would be our home base fitness center. And, you know, I'd be able to probably utilize those when we can. So we want to try to stay as active as we can while we're out on the road. So that's important to us as well. Mm-hmm. Anything else you'd like to discuss that you can think of offhand?
I'm concerned about getting overly tired.
Right?
Driving.
Yeah.
The continuous driving. Mm-hmm. I'm not used to it.
Sure. Yeah, that's something that we're both going to have to get used to. Obviously, how are we going to do shifts? I don't know. You know, I know some do the 12-hour shift and they stick to that shift whether they're driving or not. How is it going to work best for us? I really don't know yet. That's going to have to be something that we work on and see what best works for us. It may be Carrie's a night owl and I'm an early riser. We'll just have to see how it best works. But it's definitely something that it's going to take some training. It's going to take some time because it's just something that we're not used to.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, we just wanted to update you a little bit, get Carrie on here for the first time. I commented a little bit on a few other YouTube videos about her training, the process that she was going through. We'll have more information as time goes on, and we just want to share that information as it becomes available to us. Let you know how we're doing, where we're at. Our goal is to start expediting hopefully in August. We'll see how that works. We've got a lot of different things that we've got in the works. Cross our fingers, yep, that'll work. I'll be retiring from my current position. I've been there for almost 30 years, And so having that benefit package is important to us. So what we're doing is getting life insurances, health insurances, everything like that staged for us. We've started individual retirement accounts so that we can continue to contribute to our retirement. All those things are important to us. We have to lay that the foundation for that for us before we go out on the road. Trying to think of everything that we need, everything we need to put in place, everything that we need to budget for while we're out there. We've got a little nest egg that we will have setting there for us, so that we don't have to have the concerns about where our lot rent or whatever it is that we need to pay while we're out on the road. We've downsized our home. We've moved into a smaller facility, and so our bills are minimal, but still they're bills and they need to be paid. So that's some things that we are trying to get in place before we head out on the road. I know there's going to be other things that maybe we're not thinking about, but we're doing the best that we can with the information that's been provided to us. So I guess that's it for today. We'll come back to you guys with more information as we get it. So until next time, bye.
Bye.